Hi everyone, welcome to Dina's Ink Inspirations. I would like to try something today on Pastelmat and the PanPastels. I'm going to use a piece of white pastel paper and I've cut it down. It's to about a size 5 by 7, maybe not exact, but close. And then I wanted to try something with the Blue Night rubber stamps, one of their stencil and stamp through sets, the hot air balloon. They've got, I love their stencils. They've got the stencils that are a little sturdier, like this. But then they also have the see-through ones. And they're a lot of fun. You can just do all kinds of stuff with these. I love their stencils. So I thought I would try something with the PanPastels and the balloon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it up a little bit. I mean, not stamp it, but position it up a little bit high instead of right in the center, because I think it would be nice to have a sentiment down at the bottom. And I'm taping it down to help me keep that in place. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and put a little bit more tape. Okay, so I cut out or punched out a little moon out of my Eclipse tape. You guys know, if you know me, you know I really like this stuff. It doesn't stick super hard on the PanPastels because of the surface is kind of sanded, but it stays pretty good. Well enough that it keeps my moon or my sun, whatever I do, in place long enough. So let's just put that little guy right there. I'm gonna make him a moon. I don't know what size that was. It was just my little hole puncher. I have no idea. It's just the smallest one I have. So I've got my all kinds of tools just in case, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. But I've got Q-tips and a cotton ball. And then I have my soft tools with the different shapes. I've got these ones just in case. And then I've got some paintbrushes. I just pulled out just a bunch of different sizes. They're just your basic paintbrushes. I think I bought most of these at like Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Okay, so what I want to do is I think I want to make a night sky inside the balloon, and then around the balloon I would like to make it contrast, so I would like to maybe make that a day sky around the moon. But I was thinking I'll just do the night sky now and then we'll do the day sky on another video. So let's give this a try. I am going to start with let's start with one of my little tools here. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I wonder if that's too bright. That may be too bright, so let's not go with that one. Let's go with the phthalo blue, one of my favorite colors of the PanPastels. And okay, I think I want to go pretty dark in certain areas and pretty light in certain areas. And then what I want to do is I want to show you guys how I make some clouds. So, I don't know how this is going to work, but you know what? Hopefully you're going to do it with me and we'll just give it a try together. So I'm not trying to follow anything specific here. I'm just trying to lay down a little bit of color. And I am going slow. You guys, a lot of you say I have a lot of patience, and I think it's just because I don't want to do things over. So it's easier for me if I go slow and do it the first time. Let's make it a little darker up here. I'm probably going to come in and add black in these areas. And right here, what I'm doing right now is I'm just holding it flat. The reason I'm just starting out with this particular shape is it's the one that I use the least. So I'm just getting some of the color down before I try to do my clouds. And you can do, you know, like around the moon, I'm going to definitely want a little bit of color around the moon, but I want it to be a little brighter because of the moon's light. So I'm going to add a little bit of the, what is this one? This is just turquoise. So I do want to add a little bit around the moon, but I want it lighter. And then what I'll probably end up doing is coming in and adding a little bit of white in there to make it even brighter, but we'll see. Because I'm really not even sure. I'm doing this, I don't really even have an idea of what I'm after. I'm just messing around. I'm just trying to get the base colors down for my sky. I'm not using a light. I hope it's bright enough. I'm not using a light because the light would shine off of this this stencil. That would be really distracting. Okay, so I've kind of got my base down there. And see, I'm just like leaving little white areas there, and that's where I'm going to want to try to make my clouds. So maybe I'll go ahead and start getting the foundation for my clouds in there. So I'm going to use my white. And the reason I left the areas white is so I don't get too much transfer of the blues onto my little tool. There'll be some, but that's okay. So I think this is where I'm going to end up having most of my clouds. There's going to be one right there. Okay, now while I'm here with this white, I think I do want to come in and tone that down around the moon. Okay. Now I want to start adding some dark colors. This one is the ultra extra dark, ultra blue. I'm wondering, is that ultramarine blue extra dark? I'm not really sure. Those of you that like the PanPastels, you might know more than I do. And you see, I'm not really using it real flat. I'm more using the tip. See, it's starting to look kind of like a night sky with clouds. Okay, I'm gonna go back to a little bit lighter. Okay, back to the phthalo blue. Okay, and now I'm starting to go on the edge of the little tool to give me some of that, I don't know, I call it, I just think wispy every time I do this. I'm kind of making it a little wispy. Okay, I'm going to go to another one of these and just go with some white. And I'm doing it again just on the edge. I'll get some more white down here for the clouds before I end up covering it up. And if I put too many clouds, it's really easy to fix. I can get rid of them by adding in some of the darker colors. Which I might do. We'll see. Okay, so now all I'm doing is I'm just working it. You know how sometimes the clouds are more poof, like they're poofy on top, and then they'll have a little bit of that base. They're kind of darker on the bottom. They look flat, don't they? They look kind of flat on the bottom. So I'm bringing a little bit of the color up into the white. Okay. I'm going to go with the Q-tip here. What I'm doing here is I'm just trying to soften the tops of the clouds. starting to look like clouds. Okay, I definitely want some more of the darker colors. Let's see. So I'm probably even going to put some black in. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying to just build up some of the color around the clouds, and then I can go back in very easily and work on the clouds a little bit more if I cover part of them. I don't know if you can notice now, but I'm sort of blending in some of the colors. And that's what's so great about this Pastelmat. As you work with it, you can just keep adding more pastel on top of what's there. Okay, I think I want to put a little bit of black. Ouch. I don't know, I keep hitting my head on the light. Let's make it look so much more like a night sky. Little Q-tip again. Go back into some turquoise. Oh, my moon came off, so that's okay. It actually even looks like a cloud over the moon, or I can blend that out a little bit with some white. Okay, I think I am going to use a paintbrush with the white. See, and I'm just making like these little circular motions, but at the same time, I'm pushing up. And you see like the dust that's getting there? That's not really going to matter. I think that kind of, it works really good to make like the tops of the clouds. Make a little bit down here. Okay, go to this little teeny tiny one. It works really well. Helps me get some of that poofiness in the clouds. I think I need a little bit. I like the turquoise in there, so I want to put a little bit more of that turquoise. So I'm going to go to another brush. I'm going to put some more of that turquoise in the rest of these clouds. can blend it out just a little. Put a little bit more black back down in here. Where'd my black go? Okay. A little more turquoise here. See how you can just keep working with it and messing with it with this Pastelmat? I'm using the Phthalo Blue Extra Dark right now. So I want to get a little bit more of that flat base to the clouds. But I don't want it to be black like the sky, so. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to blend a little bit more right here. And I want a little more black in there for my night sky. Okay. What do you think? We could go in and I could put this mask over this part of the moon right here. Oh, let's just try it. Where I punched out my circle. Let's see what happens if I put some more white in here. I mean, it's not going to come out completely white, so the moon's going to look like it's shaded on one side. But I kind of like the moons to look like that anyway. There. I think I want to go back in and add a little bit more lighting. I'm going to use that little bitty brush again on the tops of the clouds. Those ones are pretty bright, huh? when I do my clouds, I don't like hard edges, so that's one of the things I'm trying to do right here, is soften that up a little bit. Okay, so that's basically it. And that's all there is to really making the clouds. Just blend them out until you get it how you like it. I lost some of my turquoise in there. I like the turquoise. Okay, and then the last thing that we can do is we could add like some stars. Let me get my Posca pen. Didn't have that out. Okay. Let me move all of these. I don't really want to splatter paint into my I'm wondering, maybe I should make it a little bit darker as I'm looking at it. That way my stars will show up better. Let's see. Okay, let's try it and see what it looks like. I guess that one's not gonna splatter, is it? I wonder if I'm out of paint in this one. Okay, let's try this one. I think my pens are getting dry. It's splattering a little bit. Yeah, I think my paint pens are getting dry. They're not even. Oh, there we go. Maybe that worked. Oh, there we go. Just wasn't flowing. Okay. Sorry about that. We'll put a few here. Okay, so that's how I do, that's just like a little example of how I do my skies and my clouds. And so this probably bled out a little bit, yeah, which is fine. It did come out of the stencil, but I expected that. That's fine, because when I think in another video I'm going to come in and I'm going to finish the outside of it, and what we'll end up doing is fixing that, so it shouldn't be a problem. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope this shows you how, it gives you an idea of how I do my clouds. I will do some more in the future. I do plan to, and do some bigger ones. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a really, really wonderful week.